Spa, the pole sitter leads down into the first corner, the red Ferrari of Niklas Nielsen, and there is no contact in La Source, but one of the Toyotas being jumped by the first of the Aston Martins, a bunch of 4 cars side by side. That's the 20 BMW and both Penske Porsche Motorsport cars. It is Ferrari 1, 2, 3 as they hop the curbs at Rédillon. And then the 15 BMW, look at the Cadillac, number 12.
A bit of touch there, contact between the yellow 83 Ferrari and number 51, who goes round the outside. Brilliant stuff by Antonio Giovinazzi.
The start in LMGT3. Watch the green and yellow Aston Martin. Did not make an alacrity getaway. That was really slow, picking up the throttle there from Derek de Boer, and got out-dragged by the second of the Mustangs right down into turn 1.
I think I've just spotted why it is the 85's team manager is being called for race control. That car did not look like it made the start across the grid hatchings. It was right over to the pit wall in the hands of Celia Martin, and I think there might be a problem coming to the 85.
Battle between the 2 Mustangs. Or the Mustang and the Lexus in front. The other Mustang just out beside us, looking back from the Lexus, our pole-sitting car.
They're all as good as each other, and of course you'll get some winners and losers in that scenario. You always will, but you're fighting such tough, high standard of driving ability. And this one, let's see what they can do now. So the Alpine's definitely got the speed here. Look, under threat already is the Ferrari before they even get to Eau Rouge. And he's through. Amazing stuff. But that was a drag on the exit of the Source. But can Calado fight back?
You can hear the crowd cheering that move over the sound of the engines from that huge grandstand. Calado has got clear air now, but the speed of the Alpine, Fred Makovici used his advantage to his advantage. That's a phenomenal pass being shown there on board with Will Stevens.
Yeah, no excuses for ignoring that, are there?
Nope.
Well, there are, but they're not going to be accepted.
Yes. And actually, when the race control sends the message to the car
that's been on pit lane since the full course yellow.
The problem is contact there between the BMW and the Ferrari. Just about gets back on track. To the BMW, there's another hypercar coming through as well for good measure. That's the onboard. Wow, and it was a hit, wasn't it? You really heard that one, and that was almost a hit as well. That's how close it is, and actually...
got damage.
Yeah,
he's got damage.
Right front, looks like, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's tipped a whole lot of gravel all over the place, and we are in, I think we're looking here for an intervention.
I think we're looking here at a guaranteed safety car. You're going to have to send a vehicle in to snatch the car out. That's 31, Yasser Shaheen.
So what is a virtual safety car? The cars will come down to 80 kilometers an hour. The pit lane will be open in this period, and there's trouble for one of the Lexus. Now, that wasn't the other car involved with the BMW, was it?
Energy still going in. Away they go.
Here comes Alpine. Alpine passes the line as the Ferrari starts moving. This is going to be super close.
And the Alpine is on hot tyres. He's up to speed. There he is.
Got the run.
He's got to dive bomb the Ferrari now or never.
He's going to do it. He's got momentum. Round the outside he goes.
Takes the lead of the race.
Beautifully done.
That's all BOP, that is.
Oh, stop.
Exactly. Exactly. Fantastic stuff.
We're going to keep an eye on this one. Gentlemen, at this point, we are, what, 2.5 hours into this 6-hour race. This is an absolute WEC classic developing here. No clue what's going to happen in the second half of this race at this stage. Oh, trouble. Apologies, trouble. It's one of the United Autosports McLarens in the wall.
That's on the exit of turn 6, isn't it? Lecombe.
Yeah, trying to see if that's 59 or 95.
Sean Gallagher.
Sean Gallagher, who was in the 31 BMW when it had the massive crash with Earl Bamber last year. I wonder if there was contact.
He's got him backwards there. You can see the track from the car.
I think he might have had a puncture.
No, just turned around, just on the exit of turn 6. So
definitely took the tyre off the rim, that contact.
Let's have a look on board then. Covers the inside down towards 5. Gets back onto the racing line. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. and then the car on the inside stays on the inside, and bang, that's what did the damage.
And that is a big hit, fortunately, on the passenger side of the McLaren. Privateers Cup, and the other McLaren is off. That's the 59 car. That is the car that led at the end of its bronze driver stint. Sebastian Boe in the barriers. I bet he didn't drive off of his own accord. He was in that big battle, wasn't he? Who was right behind him? That was...
with a Corvette at one point. The Alpine, but that's a switch of position. That is the Ferrari out ahead of the number 36. So it's a switch of position on track.
Now, how have they done that? The chances are that Ferrari didn't take tyres and Alpine might have.
50 seconds on pit lane from the 57 seconds on pit lane rather from the 50 car. 36 took 1 minute and 4.
Yep.
And we'll see once we get the data rolling into Ant's magic box just exactly what they did or didn't do. Looking at the very red number 50, and ahead of it, the very dusty 51.
So the 50 Ferrari took 2 tyres up front. So Ben Barker moves into 6th. Dennis Olsen leads for Proton competition in the blue-nosed Ford. Ben Barker in the white-nosed Ford. There is the leader under real pressure again from Davide Rigon in the 54A, of course, a Ferrari.
Yeah, so 2 platinum drivers going at it hard down the hill towards turn 8. Brussels corner, just slides it in there, doesn't he? Does Olsen. Really nice driving, and Rigon tries to go around the outside there, has a bit of a look, and he's on the inside for turn 9. That was very nicely played out there, and a deserving round of applause.
Well, if 2% is enough to get you to the end, everybody else is carrying too much fuel. But it's been a remarkable job. You know, Nick Nielsen and those guys, but Nielsen particularly, you know, in the 50 car, coming from the back all the way through to the front after that disaster in qualifying in Imola. Now he's done exactly the opposite of giving it all the beans. He's given it as the minimum beans possible and still hanging on for a podium. 51 Ferrari, Alessandro Pier Guidi on his way up the hill. Here comes Schumacher, Nielsen right in front at Piff Paff. Schumacher's going to have to throw it up the inside off a long run at the bus stop, and he won't get it stopped if he tries. He's not close enough.
Came down to fuel versus tyres, didn't it? And
Look
the
at
ability to manage the fuel.
1% left for Nielsen. It's so tight.
Here comes Alessandro Pier Guidi. The 51 Ferrari is going to win here in Spa-Francorchamps. It will be a Ferrari 1-2. And there is a very tight battle for second place in LMGT3 as well. But victory for the hypercar, Ferrari 51. It is Alessandro Pier Guidi who brings it to the line. Nick Nielsen takes second place in 50 inches in front of Mick Schumacher. A phenomenal last stint from Schumacher to try and snatch it away. In the end, the age of the tyres decided otherwise.
Alessandro, you just finished the race, second win in a row for the 51. How do you feel?
To be honest, I still can't believe it. I think we start the weekend was very difficult. And at the end, when I have to push like a quali lap every single laps, I have to push every quali. I give everything. Actually, I'm finished even myself. I just gave everything and trying to be as quick as I could. And after the splash, when I was P1, I could believe it. But the team, my teammates, did an amazing job. The guys worked so hard. We had a few crashes in the weekend, and they have to repair the car quick. And they did an amazing job. So to second victory in a row, 1-2 for Ferrari. We can be better prepared for Le Mans.
Okay, congratulations again. François, a well-deserved win after Imola. That was so tough. You were already in the contention for the victory, and finally it comes here. You must be delighted.
Yeah, delighted. We got our revenge, let's say. We showed good pace since the beginning of the year, especially in Imola. And in the end, we get it here, right before Le Mans, so it's good to get a big momentum before the big one.
Excellent. Congratulations. Have a good time now.
Thank you.